Welcome to our How to Play video for House of Plants. The aim of the game is to get the most points by being the best plant parent in the hood. You do this by growing and caring for your plants. Each plant requires a different level of care, and some are harder to look after than others. To set up, each player picks their favourite room and takes the corresponding player mat. Give each player a reference card and $50 to spend on plants. 10 $1 notes, 2 $5 notes, and 3 $10 notes. Remove the bugs, bug killer, and plant food cards from the resource pile. Shuffle the remaining resource cards well and deal 2 cards to each player. This is their starting hand. You can look at your hand but keep it a secret from the other players. You have to budget carefully to fill your room with plants before the game ends. Money can be spent in the House of Plants store and can be used to purchase plants, plant food, and bug killer. The resource pot is formed of 3 rows of cards and is where the players collect the required resources to take care of their plants. Deal out a top row of 4 face-up cards, then a second row of 3 face-up cards, and finally a third row of 2 face-up cards. Now return the bug cards to the deck and shuffle well. Place the remaining cards next to the pot. This is the draw pile. The store only has limited shelf space, so there is only room for 3 plants to be on sale at once. To stock the shelf, shuffle the deck of plants and place them with the silhouette of the plants face up. Draw 2 cards and place them the same way up next to the draw pile. These 2 cards and the top card of the draw pile are the 3 plants available to buy. Note that there are 3 different levels of plants: entry, intermediate, and expert. Separate the bug killer and plant food into 2 face-up piles. Note that the prices are listed on the inside of the box lid. Place it so that it's in view for all players. On your turn, you can do 2 actions. This can be 2 different actions or the same action twice. These are the actions. Visit the store to buy something. Visit the store and refresh the stock. Collect a resource from the pot. Bank collected resources to care for your plant. And treat an infected plant with bug killer. Visiting the store to buy something. To buy an item, plant food, or bug killer, simply pay the price on the board by discarding the required money into a discard pile. When you buy a plant, place it next to your player mat. Also replace the empty spot in the store with a new plant from the draw pile. You can't place your plant in the room yet, but more on that in a moment. When you buy plant food or bug killer, this item is placed into your hand. Visiting the store to refresh the stock. The 3 plants on show are the plants currently available from the store. If a level of plant you want to buy is not on display, entry, intermediate, or expert, you can pay $1 to refresh the stock. To do this, pay the $1, then place the 3 available cards at the bottom of the plant draw pile and draw 2 new cards from the top. Collecting a resource. Any of the 4 cards on the top row of the resource pot are available for collection. Once you've collected a resource, you must move a card from the row below into the vacant spot. The cards that can be moved to fill this spot are directly below the vacant spot. It is your decision which of the 2 cards are moved, and sometimes only 1 card will be able to be moved. Repeat this to fill the second vacant spot, then draw a new card to fill the last vacant spot. The hand limit is 7 cards. If needed, you can discard a card before picking up a new resource card. Pest Alert. If there is a bug card in the top row, either at the start of your turn or after your first action, you must pick it up. This, however, does not count as an action. The bug must be attached to your most recently purchased plant. To do this, simply place the bug card on top of the image or silhouette of the plant. Multiple bug cards can be attached to a single plant, but you can remove them later with bug killer. Plants with bugs attached to them can still be cared for. Any untreated bugs move with the plant when it is placed in your room. If you do not have any plants, then simply discard the bug card. Bugs are worth either -2 or -3 points. Untreated bugs at the end of the game will reduce your score, so make sure to treat them with bug killer if you can. Caring for your plants. Caring for your plants is vital. Any plants left uncared for at the end of the game score minus points. There are 3 different resources required by your plants. They are water, sunlight, and humidity. There are single and double cards of each of these resources in the deck. The number of each resource the plant requires is listed on the card. Plant food can be used in place of any single resource. When you have enough of any of the required resources for one of your plants, you can bank them by placing them next to the selected plant. 2 different resources can be banked on your turn, but each bank uses 1 action. Remember, you only get 2 actions on your turn. 2 different plants can be cared for on your turn, but this will use both your actions. Once a plant is fully cared for, it can immediately be turned over to show the image of your new plant and placed anywhere in your room. Once this is done, discard the banked resources. They are now out of play. Treating an infected plant. If you bought any bug killer and have it in your hand, you can use it to remove pests from a single plant. Multiple pests can be removed from one plant using one bug killer. To treat the plant, remove the bugs and discard them along with the bug killer card. End of the game and scoring. The game ends when the resource straw pile runs out. When this happens, all players get 1 more turn each. Referring to the scoring table, each player adds up their score from the leftover money in their hand and the plants in their room. Any bugs not removed score negative points. Purchased plants that have not been cared for and placed in your room also score minus points. Any leftover resources score nothing. The person with the highest total score is the winner. And that's it. To share your vegetation victories, use the hashtag HouseOfPlantsGame.